Hey, what's up? My name is Ben Seidman, and this is Alchemy. It's an extremely visual change of a coin into anything. It can also be performed as a vanish. Both moves look perfect, and you end completely clean. Let's take a look. Hey, what's up? And welcome to the explanation for Alchemy. I came up with this about 4 years ago in Las Vegas. I was in my apartment and I had this idea. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. So I grabbed a coin and I grabbed 2 coins to change one into the other. I sat down at my computer, I filmed it, and it looked great. And I was so excited that I started running around my apartment trying to decide, oh, I can change a coin into anything. There's the sky's the limit. And I was like, this is amazing. And I grabbed strawberries from the refrigerator. I was like, I'm going to change a coin into a strawberry. It's like 5 in the morning. I'm exhausted. I'm not in a very good state of mind. And I did the change, changed the coin to the strawberry, and took a bite, and it was rotten all the way through. Horribly disgusting. I just stood up, ran to the garbage, and spit it all out. So we're including this video so you can see the conception of this trick, and you can laugh at me and my hairdo as well. So that was the beginning. It was like 4 years ago, and now I'm going to teach you the basics. It's kind of a knacky move, but once you practice it, and once you learn the correct steps in the correct order, put the time in, it's a very effective vanish and change. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get into the explanation. I've gotten a lot of mileage out of performing this. I fooled a lot of people, so please practice the method hard and keep it to yourself. If you're going to post any videos anywhere public of you performing it, make sure you don't flash, and please just don't go teaching it willy-nilly to anybody. I put a lot of time and a lot of work into this effect, and I hope you take it as seriously as I do. Before I go into the detailed explanation, I'm going to give you the cliff notes, just so you can see how it works. And the best way to do this is to take a look from the back. We're going to do an over-the-shoulder shot right now. Much better. So, the basic motion is this. You're going to vanish this coin by sleeving it with your sleeves rolled up, which is what makes it really deceptive. The coin goes over your thumb, slides down your arm, and goes into your sleeve. And now your hands are left completely clean, completely empty. And that is the explanation of Alchemy. I hope you enjoy performing it. Just kidding. I'm going to give you a few more details than that. Actually, please do not go out and perform the effect without learning the nuances and the subtleties. That's what really makes the thing deceptive and good. So let me teach you all of the little details so you can really master the effect. The first thing you want to think about is the type of shirt you wear. Because you're going to be sleeving a coin, you need a shirt that allows you to sleeve it properly. I find that the best type of shirt is a long sleeve shirt that allows you to pull your sleeve up to about halfway up your forearm, or a little bit more. It sits adjacent to your arm, but also has a little bit of a give. Some dress shirts, when you button them, they're so tight you can't even roll it down past about here. You can switch it to the other button to widen it a little bit, but really what you want is a shirt that fits comfortably against the skin, but also has a little bit of give to it. I got this particular shirt at the Gap, and it's a thermal shirt, which is very warm and comfortable, and also is good if you want to have a sort of a 1993 feeling when you perform magic. But oddly enough, this shirt fits well and is very comfortable and great for doing this effect. So I recommend them. They still sell them at the Gap. But any thermal long sleeve shirt is great. Otherwise, just experiment around with long sleeve shirts that you have until you find one that allows the coin to easily slide underneath your shirt. Phase 1 is the fingertip retention vanish. You need to decide what type of coins to use. I like to use dollar-sized coins because they're big and easier to see. I used to use $half more often, and then I sort of pushed myself and segued to these. But whatever coin you use, I suggest that you use a real silver coin because it'll have a little more weight to it, and it'll help facilitate that coin sliding into your sleeve. So whatever coin you choose, I suggest that it be a heavy one, but smaller might be a little better to start off with. The fingertip retention vanish is done like this. The coin is displayed, you put it in your other hand, and it looks like it disappears from one hand to the other, and that's the fingertip retention vanish. What you're doing is you're holding the coin like this. Your middle finger comes in front, contacts the bottom front of the coin, pulls it backwards. What that does is it positions the coin horizontally, resting on your middle finger and being hidden by your index finger from the front. This move happens as you turn to the side a little bit, and what that allows you to do is pretend to place the coin into your hand like that. Now, these fingers sort of come forward, and instead of putting the coin in your hand like this, I keep my hands open to get a better burn, so there's a retention vanish, there's a retention on the coin, you see it until the very last moment. So that's the first thing you need to practice if you don't already do it as a fingertip retention vanish. We'll give you a back view so you can see that from another angle. Here's the back angle on the fingertip retention vanish. Again, your middle finger pulls it inwards, and it lands horizontally on your middle finger, like that. So this hand comes in front with fingers open. These fingers close as you do the move, so the audience sees the coin to the very last minute, and the coin is concealed right here. Remember, as you do this, you turn a little bit to the side, and this helps shield the coin from their view using your index finger. Like that. To recap, after you do the fingertip retention vanish, the coin is resting right here on your middle finger. The next step is to practice getting the coin from here into balance palm. Often when you do a retention vanish, you'll do the retention vanish in your fingers, it'll get pressed into classic palm, drop into finger palm, go into downs palm, there's plenty of other places it can go. But in this case, you want to practice getting into balance palm, which is sitting right here on your thumb. This position isn't actually used during the effect, but getting confident with moving the coin from here to there is important for the method. To do this, you do the fingertip retention, your index and middle fingers curl in even more and push the coin onto the end of your thumb, or onto the edge of your thumb right here. There it sits, balancing. And it's important to get comfortable with the feeling of this palm. That will help make the move easier as you get better at that. So you practice going from here, which is normal retention vanish, into balance palm, and you practice that a bunch of times. And once you get comfortable with that, you're ready to actually do the slide. The slide looks like this. The fingertip retention vanish happens, without the other hand, of course. It goes right here, and you tilt up a little bit, which allows the coin to slide down your arm into your sleeve. Again, from here, fingertip retention, past balance palm, tilting your arm up, letting the coin slide down. The angle of your arm at this point is kind of important. I like to keep my arm at a 45-degree angle, just about, and as the vanish takes place, or as the change takes place, I raise my arm just a little bit. That allows the coin to go down my arm like this at the proper speed. If you tilt it up too far, it's just going to fall, it won't go into your sleeve. If you tilt it down too low like this, it won't build up enough momentum to actually go into your sleeve. So you need to find that happy medium. So you practice going to balance palm, from the fingertip retention vanish to balance palm, and you practice tilting, getting to that one point where the coin slides down and goes into your sleeve. Now, remember, the index finger and the middle finger are what is controlling the coin and pushing it past this point. This is the muscle here, these two fingers. They're the ones operating the coin. But remember, the slide is also facilitated by slightly angling your arm up, like this. So the coin is here, your other hand goes to take it. I'll take my hand away so you can see what's going on. It goes past the thumb like this, as I lift up a little bit, and goes into the sleeve. Now the slide is by far the hardest and knackiest part of the routine. That's what you're going to have to practice the most, but once you get comfortable with the idea of the coin falling down your arm into your sleeve, the rest of it's very easy. That is the explanation for the vanish of the coin, letting it slide down into your sleeve. But hold your horses. Keep in mind that using this move as a change is much more deceptive than using it as a vanish, for a couple of reasons. One, if a coin is held and vanished, everyone of course now thinks, where did that coin go? They're going to start searching for it and going back and retracing their mind, trying to figure out where it goes. If you do a change, you change a coin into another coin or into another object, just having that other object appear is sort of another layer, and it makes it harder for them to trace back. I know it sounds simple, but it's true. It's just one of those things. If you use this as a change, it will be more deceptive. Also, because this is sort of an angly move, and you have to make sure you get your angles right, changing a coin to another object or to another coin helps make your chances of flashing less. And the reason that is as the coin is sliding down, if it flashes for even a little second, this other object is coming into view, and that helps draw their eyes away from it. When I first started performing this, I will admit I should have practiced it more. And the first couple of times I flashed a little bit, and in my mind went, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. But much to my surprise, neither of those times the spectators caught it, because as this coin vanished, even though there was a glint of it falling down from the front, this came into view and took their eyes off of that. So that's why I like to do it as a change more than a vanish. When doing the change, I always start with whatever object I'm changing it into in finger palm in my right hand. The object is concealed like this. I begin with this coin hidden and this coin displayed. I'm going to change the $50 into the, in this case, Chinese coin. This is not a real Chinese coin. This is made by Johnson. I don't think Chinese coins look like this anymore, although this is sort of a replica produced by Johnson. These mean the kings. Right there, that stands for the kings, and these characters mean money. I was told this last night performing a walk-around gig when I met a Chinese woman who spoke English and Mandarin, and she explained that to me when I asked. So now I know, and you do too. So what you want to do is put the coin in finger palm, like this, and display the other coin like that. Now it's kind of using this coin as a wand, where the hand looks more empty because I'm holding something. If you just show your hand empty like this using Ramsey subtlety, it is deceptive, but if you hold something, it's more deceptive. So I display the coin like this. At this point, my sleeves are not rolled up yet. I show the coin, and I roll up this sleeve. And as I roll up this sleeve, this hand rotates like that. What that does is it subtly shows them Ramsey subtlety. I'm not saying, look, my hand's empty, but my hand naturally turns like that as I'm rolling up my sleeve. So that's the first step. Start like this. As you roll up your sleeve, rotate like that, showing Ramsey subtlety. Next, I pass silver dollar to this hand, and I roll up this sleeve. Now I'm at this position. This coin, which is hidden, is going to come over. I'm going to do the retention vanish, and I'm going to produce this coin. So two things happen at once. I vanish the silver coin, and I produce the brass coin, both at the same time. From the back, it looks like this. My right hand, with the Chinese coin palmed, comes in front of the left hand's coin. As I'm doing the retention vanish, I push the Chinese coin into view. So that is the first moment where they see the Chinese coin. We're here, and then here. Start in this position, with this coin displayed and this one hidden in finger palm. This sleeve is rolled up as I turn my wrist, showing Ramsey subtlety, which shows this hand empty. I pass this coin to the other hand, I roll up this sleeve. This hand comes in front, and I produce this coin as the vanish takes place, and as that coin goes down into my sleeve. Once this is produced, I take the coin with my other fingers, so I can flip it over, and then very importantly, I show both sides of my hands and my arms, so they can see that the coin is completely gone. If you don't do that display, you might as well do any number of other vanishes where the coin is still concealed in the hand. You really want to get to that point. The coin is produced, you take it in the other hand, and then you very cleanly show your hands and arms completely empty. I'm going to show you that one more time in full speed. Sleeves are pulled up. This coin is vanished as the other coin is produced, allowing that coin to fall down my sleeve. I instantly take the coin in these fingers, flip it over, and show both of my hands empty. When you perform the change, depth of focus is very important. Remember, you're holding the coin like this. You don't want them to see this coin vanishing as this one's being produced. So what you do is, as you're doing the retention vanish, you bring this hand in front of the coin, which hides it from view. That gives you the cover to do the retention vanish and the slide as you push this one forward. So remember, as you do the move, this hand comes in front of the coin so that you don't see both coins at the same time. Remember, this change can be performed from a coin to virtually any object you can conceal in your hand. I used a strawberry on the tape because it has the sentimental value of the first time I created it. But you can use anything, really. Anything that you can hold in your hand and hide it from view. The sky's the limit. So don't just limit yourself thinking, this is a coin trick. No, this is a trick where a coin changes to virtually anything you want. I've done this walk around where I've noticed hors d'oeuvres, picked up a piece of cheese and changed the coin into a piece of cheese. Ate the cheese, which got a startled reaction, but it was very good. It's very strong. Remember, anything that you can conceal in your hand can be used. You can use a key, a ring, a spectator's ring, which is very strong. That's the reason it's called alchemy, is because the idea of changing one metal into another. But remember, you don't have to change it from a coin into something else that's metal. It can be anything. Just remember that whatever you do fits the plot of what you're doing. Let's talk about angles. Obviously, this is an angly effect. You can't use this move to perform surrounded. However, I don't want you to think that you can only perform this routine for one person. I've done it for groups up to 6 walk around. And the way I do that is I just make sure that they're positioned correctly. It's kind of like the Balducci levitation in a way. You can't do it with people too spread out, but if the people are sort of in a clump, you can perform this for them. And if they're spread out a little bit, you still want to do it, you can move them closer together, or you can take a step back. The farther back you are, the more people you have, the easier it is going to be to conceal the coin. Remember, I always point straight on, and then I tilt a little bit. This is important for a couple of reasons. One, you want to make sure you cover your angle, and two, you don't want the coin to be seen coming down your arm like this. So whichever hand starts with the coin before you do the retention vanish, I always tilt towards that hand a little bit. So I start front on, because my left hand is holding the coin, I tilt to the left just a little bit. That's going to allow that coin to be concealed by this hand as it goes down my arm. Last but not least is the retrieval. Once the coin is here in the sleeve, how do you get it out? I always do the change. This coin goes down the sleeve like we talked about, and it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to land here and it's going to stay there, or it's going to go down and then it's going to fall into the elbow part down here. Either way is okay, but you approach the retrieval differently. Once the change happens, I show my hands very openly and cleanly, and then I hand this coin out for examination. Once that's gone, I show one more time, and then I relax. You show your hands and arms so cleanly that once you relax, all attention goes off of you. Eyes usually go entirely to the object you've just handed out. It looks so impossible that they want to see this. Once that happens, you can relax, you retrieve the coin. The retrieval doesn't look pretty. I never do it when people are looking at me. If I've got attention and focus right on me, I just don't do the retrieval. I wait. I can do plenty of things. I can keep this coin here and do some card tricks if I want, move on. There's plenty of other things you can do. As long as you don't drop this hand to your side and let the coin fall, you can keep it there for as long as you want. So I never do the retrieval when eyes are on me. I always wait for people to look away. It's hard to do it seated, but my hands just do this. I just rub my hands for a second. I dip these two fingers into the sleeve. Remember, the coin is approximately there for explanation purposes, so you can see it. I'll let it stick out a little bit. So it's right there. I just touch my arm like this. This hand dips in, just grabs the coin, and pulls it into finger palm. There's not a lot of technique in. I just really reach in, and I grab it. Remember, I don't do this when eyes are on me. That would be a bad idea. You wait till all attention is off or you've moved on before you retrieve the coin. For those of you who are new to coin magic, this is going to be a little bit overwhelming. What you really want to do is pick up the Bobo book, the Bobo Modern Coin Magic book. It's like the Bible for coin workers. Performers who are beginners and all the way up to advanced coin workers will always reference this book. So I recommend that to everybody. Also, if you're sort of an intermediate level of coin magic, I recommend Williamson's Wonders is one of my favorite magic books with a lot of great coin stuff in by David Williamson. So I recommend you go and check that out if you really like coin stuff and want to learn some more great tricks. That's it. That's alchemy. Remember to practice hard, especially the slide move. That's really knacky. It takes some practice. When I first came up with it, I realized it had great potential, but knew I had to put in the work to make sure that I felt confident about it. So make sure you practice that very, very hard. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to contact me on the Theory 11 forum or Facebook friend me if you have any great ideas or questions and ask me there. Or if this is many years from now and Facebook no longer exists, feel free to get in touch with me with whatever new social networking technology has taken over the world at that point. But anyways, I hope you really enjoyed the video. Feel free to check out my other products, I Vanish and Catch, 2 DVDs on other effects. And I hope you really enjoy it. Practice hard and have fun.